But other than that, within your income, you're free to consume whatever you want. Are you free to save? Are you free to borrow? Yes. Besides that, do you get to vote or maybe be the representative that goes to the city Federation of Consumer Councils to sort of think about whether we want a new 100-bed hospital or we want something else? Yes. You're free to do that. You have a chance to do that just like anybody else does. Well, what are you not free to do? You're not free to hire somebody else to be your employee. You're not free to do that in David Schweikert's market socialism. You're not free to do that in Michael Howard's market socialism. Market socialism means nobody's free to hire somebody else as their employee.
Can't you be an entrepreneur and have a company? And have a small
Not in market socialism.
But in your participatory economy?
No, not in my system either.
Why?
Why? Because if they're your employees, they have no say. You have all the say over what they're going to do. And we don't believe in that.
One last question.
Oh, it's the last one. It's interesting because when you compare the developing countries and the industrial countries, there's a difference.
Yes.
That's what I agree on. In the sense that most of the systems you're using are copied or imposed on some of the third world countries. That's a fact. Now, when it comes to participatory model, I think it can work in microfinance.
In a lot of developing countries, microfinance has been a very positive reform. In a lot of places, it's actually been it's turned into a kind of new system of even more efficient exploitation.
I agree with you. Because right now I'm working on a paper dealing with microfinance. And we have started one in a very remote area where they have never had any financial services at all.
Right.
They have no money.
Except for local loan sharks.
That one we are trying to avoid.
I know. That's right.
So what they have decided is to start their own microfinance,
Mm-hmm.
where they decide themselves to save and lend
And
out.
then to lend to one another.
Exact, to the members. And I think the same system is here in Sweden as well. We have York Banken. It's a members bank. I think it is the only one in the Western world where the members themselves have decided to form their own bank where there is no rent. It's a rent-free.
So, is the microfinance you're describing in the village something that's been a positive improvement?
Yes.
I would think, from what you've described, I would think it would be. By the way, credit unions, that's what a credit union is. A credit union is basically members putting their savings in, and principally the loaning of those savings is to go to the members.
And they're the ones deciding how
And
much
credit
to lend.
unions actually do a better job of providing for the need of marshaling savings and then using those savings to be loaned to socially useful purposes. Credit unions do a far better job of that than the big banks have been doing for the past 30 years. The big banks have been basically accumulating all these savings, and what you want is you want them to be lending it out to socially valuable investment. And instead what they've been doing is basically lending it out to build one asset bubble after another that absolutely accomplishes nothing, except to make a whole bunch of people involved in the bubble and the banks making the loan make them filthy rich. It doesn't improve the efficiency of the economy. Credit unions are usually a much better bet to sort of efficiently perform the function that you need performed in an economy than particularly the big private banks have been.
I guess that will do for tonight, because you will catch the train in 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Good.
So,
Well, thank you very much.
thank you very much.